All right, I believe we are live. We are live. I am Pastor Jacki, the network marketer, and I want to welcome you to the Pastor Jacki Show. This is Lunchtime Marketing. Lunchtime Marketing. And I am Pastor Jacki. I'm going to fix something here. I believe we're live. Pastor Jacki Show. There we go. So let me come back over here. And so I would usually like to start out by sharing what the Pastor Jacki Show is about. On the Pastor Jacki Show, you will receive tips, tools, and marketing strategies on how to become a better online marketer, as well as how to become a better entrepreneur, no matter what kind of business that you are in. Sometimes people will ask, well, really, who is this for? This show is for the newbie online marketer. This show is for the person that is interested in actually starting an online marketing business, and they're looking for some ways to go about doing that and some of the things that they might need. They want to learn a little bit about it before they actually launch into it. This show is also for the small business entrepreneur, no matter what type of business you're in. It doesn't matter if you own a hairdressing salon, a barbershop, real estate office. It doesn't really matter what you do. This show will give you tips, tools, and strategies on how to market your business like a professional. So that's what the Pastor Jacki Show is all about, and I want to welcome you to this. This is Lunchtime Marketing. So grab your lunches and let's get started, and let's talk marketing. I've got some things that I want to share with you on today. And so what I'm going to do is share my screen, and I hope I don't have any technical problems, but I'm going to share my screen and share with you what we're going to be talking about today. And hopefully you are seeing this. I hope if someone's out there, if you can just let me know. Dave, if you're out there, if you can let me know if everyone's able to see my screen. This is the first time I'm utilizing screen share. And so I want to make sure that you can see it. But today we have a really great topic. This is episode 5 of Lunchtime Marketing. And today's topic is how to become a video ninja. How to become a video ninja. And this is an exciting topic for me because I am utilizing the platform of video marketing. And so I'm really excited about sharing this with you on today. And basically, I am sharing what I have learned so far. You see, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a newbie online marketer. I have only been in online marketing for a few months, and I have really learned a lot of great tips and tools and strategies from my mentors. And one of my mentors is on here, Dave Renica. He's in South Africa. Thank you, Dave, so much for being here. And I have learned so much from this community that I'm a part of. And so I am actually sharing with you some of the things that I have picked up along the way so that I can become a better online marketer, and I can move actually from being an amateur to a professional entrepreneur. So today is how to become a video ninja. And so I want to start off with this. I want to start off with the basics. Why should we do video? Why should we do video? Well, video is powerful because people are able to connect with you in a more authentic way. I am utilizing my notes here. And so the thing is, when we do video, people are able to see the real you. They're able to see your facial expressions. They're able to see your hand gestures. I use my hands all the time. They're able to hear your tone of voice, and they're able to know what seems funny to you. What do you laugh at? What jokes do you like? They're able to really connect with you in a better way. They're able even to see your emotions. Sometimes as you talk, there might be a subject or something that you are dealing with, and they will actually be able to see the emotions that are on your face. And sometimes even if you're doing a video, it doesn't matter. It might touch something that actually brings a tear or something to your eye, and your audience will be able to see that. They'll be able to connect with you. So video is really, really powerful. Video is powerful because it's a must. I can't stress that enough to you today, that you must do video for online marketing, because it is the platform that will allow people to get to know you, like you, and trust you. You will hear that all the time in online marketing. People have to know, like, and trust you. And one of the ways to get that to happen in the most effective way is through video. So you want to do video. So we've got to talk about this. You have to have a video mindset. What do I mean by that? You got to get over your fear. I'm going to be very transparent on this hangout. I had a fear of doing video. I still am working through actually my fear. And the thing is, I learned that, what is fear? Fear is simply bad management of your own mindset. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Fear is simply bad management of your own mindset. You see, we build up fear. We have this self-talk that kind of happens with ourselves, and we get so scared because of our own self-talk. We in our own mindset, we say we can't do it. What am I going to look like? Okay, is my hair right? You know, do I have on the right clothes? What about if I stumble my words? And so video, a lot of people are scared about doing video. Myself, I am overcoming my fear with video. And how am I overcoming my fear with video? Is doing what I'm doing right now. I'm practicing. I'm getting before the camera, and I'm just doing it. And that is the only way that you can get over your fear. Think about small children when they're learning how to ride a bike. They first have training wheels on that bike, and then their mom or their dad is with them, and they're kind of, with them and letting them know, okay, let's start with the training wheels. And then before you know it, they're ready to go to the next level, and the training wheels are taken off of the bike. Mom and dad might be holding on just for a few minutes, and then as that child begins to actually move those pedals and go along, they stop thinking about it. Mom and dad release their hand from the seat, and the child is riding the bike. Well, I have a mom and dad, so to speak, in online marketing, my mentors, and they first started me out with training wheels on doing a video, and they were there to encourage me and whatnot, and they held on to the seat. When they released the training wheels had to come off, but they were still holding on to the seat. I'm actually in that mode right now, where they were holding on to the seat, and then as I got going, they let go of the seat. And so right now, this is my first time. Actually, I'm going to be very honest with you. This is my first time where my mom and dad, my mentors, have released the seat. One of my mentors is on here. There might be some other ones that are on here, but they have released the seat, because my first hangouts were done where I had my mentors and my community that joined me. They were there as my special guests. But today, right now, is the first time that I am actually doing a hangout all by myself. So they have released the seat, and now I am pedaling along. And so the only way to overcome your fear is to practice. So record with a purpose. In order to be a video ninja, there's some things that we really have to do. We have to record with a purpose. You don't do just a video just because you're going to do a video. You do a video with purpose. What you got to think about some things. What will be the point of your video? You know, why are you doing it? You know, you got to have a reason. Why am I doing it? What value will I offer to my listeners? What do I want to get across to my listeners? What do I really want to achieve? And you know, you want to. What do you want to achieve? I think that's a important aspect and point to really think about. What do you want to achieve with your video? Do you just want to get views with your video? Do you want to drive visitors to your website or your blog through your video? Do you want to promote your product? You might be in some type of health or wellness business, and you have a particular product and you want to promote that product through your video. You might want to just get more subscribers, you know, on your YouTube channel. You might want to get more comments, likes, and shares. That might be a reason why you're doing the video, or what you want to achieve when you do the video. You have to understand. You got to have a focus. What do you want to do? What is your video going to do? Is it going to, of course, it has to give value. You want to make sure every video that you do, it gives value. But you also want to have some focus. You know, is this video going to motivate? Am I doing this video to achieve something? I want to inspire people. I want to educate people. I want to give my opinion through this video. I want to solve a problem. I want to give news or information to my audience. I want to actually build a community and make connections. So you've got to have a point. You've got to have a reason why you're doing the video. And then something else you want to do is you want people to leave with something. And so you got to keep that in mind. What do I want people to leave with when this video is done? Do I want them to feel motivated, inspired? I want them to feel that they have gotten value. They've been educated. They learned something that they didn't know before. And then you want to make sure it's so important. And my mentors have always stressed this, that a purpose of a video, one of the purposes of the videos is you want to solve a problem. You want to push on the pain. You want to answer a question. So there's got to be a purpose of why you're doing the video. Okay, some other things that we really want to think about. And we want to think about our content. And that's probably what is that really scares most people from doing video. What am I going to talk about? Well, I was in that same boat. I didn't know. I really didn't know. Well, what am I going to talk about? I don't have enough information. I don't know enough. What do you mean you want me to do a video? But then my mentors taught me that I simply teach what I have just learned. Okay, so I'm learning it, I do it, and then I teach it. And so today is a perfect example. I learned about video marketing. I'm still learning about it, but I'm doing it right now, and I've done some other videos, and now I'm teaching it to some other people. And so you've got to develop content, and that's how you develop content. Also, I have learned from my mentors, a way to develop content is you've got to be a continual learner. You've got to be reading something every day. You've got to listen to audio videos, something that's going to give you information about what you're trying to do. And so then when you learn it from reading it or listening to audio videos and things like that, then you share it with someone else. And so you've got to think about your content. Some other things that we need to think about is research. Now, I'm really learning how to do this. Research, and I've got my notes right here, and it talks about you've got to do research marketing, okay? So meaning you've got to figure out who your target market is. You've got to figure out who you're trying to reach. You've got to figure out your avatar. That's something new that I'm learning about, the avatar. I had a special guest on last week, Sonia Harris, and she did a video on her page talking about the avatar and how you've got to target your market. Also, one of my mentors, Katie Stage. These are fantastic people you want to reach out to. You want to check out their Facebook pages. Katie Stage also did a live video on understanding and finding your avatar. And one of the things Sonia and Katie talked about is your avatar is simply you. Someone that is just like you. If you look in the mirror and you ask yourself the questions, who am I? And you begin to think about, what do you like? What foods do you like? Where do you like to go to? What makes you laugh? What shows do you like to look at? Those type of things. And then you target your market to people that are just like you, people that are interested in things that you're interested in, as well as what struggles do you have? If you're in the health and wellness business, that I'm in the health and wellness business. And one of the things I had struggled with is how to market my business. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, is because I got frustrated. I got angry. I was like, this is it. I'm done with this, because I no longer wanted to bug my friends and family and stand on street corners and pass out flyers to strangers and get kicked. I got tired of getting kicked out of Target, Walmart, Costco's, because I was in there pretending like I was a shopper, had a cart. But what I was doing, I was scoping out the land. I was trying to find people that I might be able to pass my card to and share my opportunity with. And then I kept getting busted by managers. Now, I was in there with my sponsor, but this is how I was being trained. This is what I needed to do. And I got tired of getting kicked out of these places, because that was marketing like an amateur. And I didn't want to do that anymore. And so this is why I'm on online marketing now, because that was my struggle. That was my pain. And so someone reached out to me and shared with me, there's a better way of marketing your business. So you want to research, you want to find that target market. You want to find that avatar. One of the leaders in the industry of video marketing is Mark Harbert, and he said this: the riches are in the niches. I really like that. The riches are in the niches. So you've got to find your target. You've got to do the research and figure out. Also, you've got to figure out what questions your target market is asking. What are they interested in? What are they struggling with? What are they seeking on Google? What are they typing in Google to search for? And you're able to do that through a tool. Let me see. I have it. It's Google Keyword Planner. That's what it is, Google Keyword Planner. And you type in things there, and it will give you some information about what your possible target audience is seeking and what questions they are asking. So you got to do your research. Then you got to prepare, and you got to organize. And that's why I keep saying, I have my notes. I'm serious. I have my notes. Notes are powerful. Why are notes powerful? Because they keep you focused. Instead of you kind of just going off on a tangent on things, it will keep you focused on your topic. So something else, and I'm going to just take a little sip here. I've got some green tea, and when you talk, your throat gets kind of dry. But something else that was shared with me is that you want to talk about things you are passionate about and you know about, okay? So part of the research of, finding your avatar is you also want to research the topic that you're going to talk about. Okay, so that you have some knowledge about it. That's why I'm able to share some of the things that I'm sharing with you right now, is because I've researched some things, as well as I've taken notes from my trainings, from my webinars, and my hangouts and workshops with all of my mentors. And so I have been able to gather information and know some stuff about video marketing, so that I'm able to share that with you right now. Something else we want to think about is make a video that people want to watch. Okay, what do I mean by that? You want to make sure that you're smiling on your video. You want to make sure that you're presenting a positive attitude on your video. You want to smile. You want to be funny. You want to connect with your audience. You don't want to have this mundane kind of voice that people are just going to tune out on. But you want to be able to engage with your audience. So you want to have an upbeat attitude. You want to be excited about what you're sharing about, because you want somebody else to learn what you are learning along the way. So you want to make a video that people want to watch. Okay, you want to make a video that has something to do with the questions and things that people are asking for as well. So make a video that people want to watch. This is another thing you want to think about: video length. Okay, you want to keep your video simple. All right. And I was told that, you want to have a video maybe between 3 and 5 minutes, because we have to understand that people's attention spans are very short, and people live busy lives. And so they're hustling and bustling. They've got a whole lot of stuff they got to do. And so you don't want to have a long video, because they won't be able to watch it to the end. So keep your video about 3 to 5 minutes. And this is key on all your videos: be real, be authentic, and not perfect. Now, this is a hard one for me, because as my husband refers to me, I am a perfectionist, or he uses another thing, anal retentive. That's what he always calls me. And he says, you're always trying to be perfect. And I had to learn that, you know what? Maybe my hair is not going to always look the greatest. Sometimes I'm going to have a bad hair day. Sometimes, I might stumble over my words. Okay, I'm like I'm doing now. Sometimes you might, things are just not going to come together exactly the way that you really would like them to come together. But don't worry about it. Be real, because you know what? What is the part when you go to a movie? A lot of this happens usually at the end of the Tyler Perry movies. They call them bloopers. And we went to see one of his movies just last week, my husband and I, and it was Boo, and it was the Tyler Perry Halloween Halloween movie, and the movie was over. The credits were happening, and my husband goes, "Oh, no, we can't leave yet. The bloopers are coming." So the theater, nobody left the theater because the bloopers were coming. And those are the funny parts. Those are the parts, when they mess up, or they're in the middle of doing their line, and they start cracking up and they have to start all over. And so you want to be authentic. You want to be real. You want to keep the bloopers. You want to be raw and uncut. And that is something I am still working on, being raw and uncut, being able to do something and just do it. And don't worry about the mistakes and whatnot, because people then really can connect with you in a better way, because then you're real. You're authentic. You're just like everybody else. And so that's what people are looking for in videos. Okay, how then do you package your video? How do you package your video? Well, lighting. Let's start with lighting. I think you can see me pretty well. I've got some extra lighting happening. Now, one of the things I'm working on with my video is, because of the lighting, I get a little bit of a glare kind of happening within my glasses here, and I've got to work on how not to have that. But also I learned that you don't want to have light behind you. I did some videos, and the the window was behind me, and so the light was coming in through the window. And so one of my mentors commented me and said, Jackie, don't have light behind you, because then your video becomes dark and people can't really see your face clearly. So you want to work on lighting. You want to make sure you have a bright room, as bright as possible, so that people can see you clearly. Another thing you want to do to package your video is you want to make sure your audio is okay. You want to make sure people can hear you. You're not talking too soft. I know that my mentor, Dave Rainica, he has like a studio when he's doing his videos. He's got a couple of screens going on, and he's got a great mic. You'll have, and Mark Harbert does the same thing. He has this really great mic that he talks to when he's doing his videos, so he has a good quality. But you don't have to go out and spend expensive, buy an expensive mic or anything. Use what you have. Use your phone. The mic that's on your smartphone, or I'm using the mic that's on my webcam right now, and I'm just making sure I project so that people can hear me. And so audio is important. This is a tough one, and I'm working on it right now. I'm learning this as I go. My mentor, Katie Stage, says, Jack, make sure you look at the dot. And there's a dot on your laptop, and also, there's one on your iPhone. If you have a smartphone, or even if you have an Android, there's always this dot, and that's where the camera is. And so I naturally just want to look at the screen. But if I look at the screen, it's not really giving me eye contact with my audience. So I've got to kind of lift my head up a little bit and look at this dot that's right over here. Sometimes the dot will be lit up, but you got to look at the dot so that you have eye contact with your audience. So that's something that you want to practice, and that just comes with practice. Katie says, Jackie, just practice. Look at the dot, and you'll get that. Something else you want to think about and package your videos. If you're doing Facebook Live, you want to keep repeating what you are talking about. You want to keep repeating what you're talking about. This is why. With Facebook Live, you have people that are entering your broadcast at different times, okay? So if they come in the middle, you've been on for like 5-10 minutes, and they've come in the middle, because sometimes Facebook Lives are a little bit longer with videos, but you even want to keep those really within that 3 to 5 minutes. So if somebody comes in and you've already been talking for a few minutes, they're not going to know what you're talking about. So you want to, throughout your video, if you're doing Facebook Live, just keep repeating, a little bit here, a little bit here, there, as far as what you're talking about, so they can join in and feel a part of the conversation. Something else that I've learned about Facebook Live, you want to encourage people to like, comment, and share. That's important. Encourage people to like, share, because that will boost you in the feed. Because this is the key thing. Online marketing, the mission is visibility. Okay, it's about getting yourself out there before your audience. So it's really important that when you're doing a video, especially a Facebook Live video, you want to encourage people to like, comment, and share, because the name of the game with video marketing is visibility. The name of the game with online marketing is visibility. And so let's see. All right. I just learned about this week from one of my mentors, Layla Black. Layla Black, she is the founder of the Women's Connection, which is a phenomenal group. If you're out there and you're a woman, connect with Layla Black on Facebook, the Women's Connection. And she taught us this week. She said, think of video like a sandwich. And I thought this was just great. Think of video like a sandwich. You have the bottom piece of the bread, you've got the filling, and then you got the top piece of the bread. And this is what she shared with us. The bottom of the bread is, when you're thinking about doing your video, pattern interruptions. She said you want to make sure you have pattern interruptions. What does that do? It refocuses your listener, your audience, and those that are watching you on video. Because Katie Stage does this all the time. Oh, oh goodness, there was a squirrel. She might lose her point, and she'll turn off screen and go, oh, a squirrel just, oh, a bus just passed. She does these pattern interruptions. And so I know that my mentor, David Ranica, said, I'm a pastor, Pastor Jacki, the network marketer. I'm a pastor. And I have been doing Facebook Lives for my services. And I was going to get a tripod and things like that. And he says, you know what? Don't do that. You don't really necessarily have to do that, because the shaking of the camera a little bit creates a pattern interruption. So people refocus on your video because it interrupts what was going on. It changes the position. And so they have to refocus. So think about that. When you're creating your sandwich, meaning your video, do some pattern interruptions out of the blue. I'm going to do one right now. Excuse me. Now I'm back. That's a pattern interruption. I changed something around. I took a break. I said, hold on, be right back. Excuse me. Took some tea. So people now have to refocus on the video. Something else. Your bottom piece of bread. You want to ask a question at the beginning. Okay, you want to ask a question at the beginning. I've got some notes here, and she said something about this. When you're making your sandwich, start the video off with a question. She gave some tips like, do you wish you could get leads? Okay, do you wish you could get leads? These are things that you put at the beginning of your video. Or something like this. Have you ever felt like giving up? And then you talk a little bit about that. Then you tell them what they're going to learn. In this video, I'm going to teach you or talk about how to get leads. In this video, I'm going to teach you, or I'm going to talk about don't give up. Okay, so you want to ask a question. Then you want to tell them what they're going to learn. And then she shared this. She said, you know what? Switch up your videos. Many times we start a video and we say, okay, my name is Pastor Jacki, the network marketer, okay, from pastorjacki.com. She said, instead of doing it at the beginning, switch it up sometime and do it at the end so that people don't really know who you are. And hopefully they will stay with you throughout your video, which is only 3-5 minutes, and you're giving value to them. They're going to say, who is this person? Wait a minute, I want to know more about this person. And then at the end, you say, hey, I'm Pastor Jacki, the network marketer from pastorjacki.com. And so you switch up your videos. You put your name and stuff in a different spot sometimes just to, change it up a little bit. So she taught us about that this week. Okay, building this sandwich. So we've got the bottom piece of the bread now. Okay, you're going to ask your question. You're going to tell people what they're going to learn through that video, and then you're going to make sure you have some pattern interruptions in that bottom piece of the bread. Then she talked about the filling. Okay, this is the most important part of your video, your story and your lesson. Now I'm going to go to some other notes here. I'm going to go to some other notes. We have a workshop on this on the weekend. We have a workshop, a phenomenal workshop on Saturdays. And that workshop is ran by my mentor, David Ranica. And so he talked about stories. And some of the things he shared was that stories are powerful. Okay, stories are powerful. People connect with stories. What happened? Why are you in this place now? What led you to online marketing? Stories are powerful. Something that he shared with us is this. You want to talk about your successes, right? You want to talk about your successes. And sometimes we don't even recognize our success. He was pointing out to me, you know what? The fact that I'm doing a hangout is a success. I never looked at it that way, but he's saying, Jacki, you're doing something new. You're doing something different. You're doing something that you had some fear about doing. That's a success because you are actually doing it. If you do a hangout, if you do a Zoom, if you do a video, those are successes. So you want to tell people about your successes. If you're if you're getting leads, if you're making sales, you want to tell people about your successes in your story, okay? And then he said you want to do something called a dip. You want to do a dip, meaning then you want to talk about your low points. And he gave us a line. He says it's a really powerful line in your story. You're telling people about your successes. You don't want to seem like you're elevated or you're not humble. And so he says, add this line, even though. And he was telling us his story about how he moved from being broke to now, being successful in online marketing. And so he says, when you're telling your story, you're talking about your successes, do a dip, go to a low point, and you say this, even though I have time and freedom and I'm no longer broke, it wasn't always like that. And so that leads you then into talking about your low points that you have experienced in your journey to where you are right now. And then you want to talk about your why. And because of that, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, because it has totally changed my life. And so your story is important. Your story is valuable in your video. You want to give just a little bit about who you are so people can connect with you. And then your lesson. Keep your lesson simple. Don't make it too complicated. Few points and whatnot so people can kind of follow you. But this filling is the most important aspect of your video. And this is something I like to share with you that I have learned along the way about when you're doing public speaking. I'm a pastor, so I preach every Sunday. And this is what I learned through my training is when you're talking to people, this is what you want to do so they can remember what you say. You tell them what you're going to tell them. Okay? That's at the beginning of the video. That's the bottom piece of bread. You tell them what you're going to tell them. Okay? And then you tell them, then you start to tell them, meaning you tell them your story or you tell them your lesson, whatever that video is going to be about. So then you tell them and then you tell them what you told them. Okay? So that's like a review that you do. So you tell them what you're going to tell them, then you tell them, and then you tell them what you told them as a review so that they can remember what you have said. Okay, building that sandwich. Now we've got the bottom piece of the bread. We've got the filling, which is the most important part of your video. And now you're going to bring the top of the bread on. Your sandwich is almost complete here, but this is vital. And this is something that so often is left out of a video and the video is not as effective as it could be. The call to action. Okay, the call to action. You want to make sure you do a call to action. You've got to tell people what to do. You've got to tell people what's the next action that they need to take. Okay, what's the next action that they need to take? You want them to do something. For instance, these are some of the tips that Layla gave us. You want to tell them, tag a friend who would benefit from this story or would benefit from this video, this lesson, these tips and strategies that I've shared in this video. Tag a friend. Leave a comment, yes, below. Give me the secret. If you're talking about something and you're saying, I've got a secret, and type, I want you to put in the comments, yes, you want the secret, and I'll send it to you. That's a call to action. Something else you share. Share your opinion. Tell the person to share your opinion about, what I've just shared, or tell your story. You want to encourage them to do something. Something else she said, tell them, send me a private message. Okay, that's another way of connecting with your audience. Click the button below. Connect with me on Facebook or connect with me on my fan page, something like that. Leave a comment, share. These are calls to action. And so you want to make sure at the end of your video that you give a call to action, okay? And then after that, part of the top of the bread is closing. You want to wrap it all up, okay? Like I said, you want to tell them what you're going to tell them. You're going to then tell them, and then you're going to tell them what you told them. That's your wrap up, okay? You kind of bring it all together. You make the sandwich, okay? You complete the sandwich, all right, by closing and giving your wrap up. And so your wrap up will be, you know, kind of doing a quick review of what you might have said, but then at the end, and this is Pastor Jacki, the network marketer from PastorJacki.com. Thanks for joining me. And that, you know, that's kind of like a closing, all right? Wrapping it all up, bringing it to a nice ending, all right? One of the things you also want to think about when you're making your sandwich is you want to promote your content. I believe Sonia taught me this, repurpose. You want to repurpose, meaning you want to get that out there, okay? How do you want to get that out there? You could do it through Facebook. You can do it through Twitter. You can do it by doing Facebook ads. You can do it by your blog. Okay, putting it on your blog. You can also put it on YouTube. Okay, these are different ways that you can promote your content, and as a new word that I'm using, repurpose. Okay, so I want to close with a couple of things that I think that we should really think about. And I know that many of us have been through this and experienced this. Deal with the what ifs. Okay, how to deal with the what ifs. So, what if nobody likes, comments, or shares on your video? I've been there. Okay, I'm still there. Sometimes I'll do a video and there will not be any likes, comments, or shares. What if nobody actually watches your video? There are no views. They don't see it. Nobody watches it. What if nobody shows up on your Facebook Live? Okay, you're doing a Facebook Live. You're giving out value and nobody shows up. Nobody is in your comments. Nobody, there's just nobody. You're just speaking out there and giving all this stuff. Okay, you're giving out all this value, but nobody is on your live video. What if? Well, my final tip, okay? Keep doing it. Keep making your videos. You will get results if you don't quit. Okay? That's key right there. You will get results if you don't quit. I know it is hard, especially when you prepare for something, you've done your research, you've done that, and nobody shows up, nobody likes, nobody comments. That just lets you know, okay, I got to tweak this, I got to tweak that. How do I get it out there? That means you got to learn some more stuff of how to get your video to be visible. How to get your video to be seen on YouTube, how to get your video to be seen in the Facebook Live feed, how to maybe promote your video through a Facebook ad or something like that. There's just some other things that you need to learn. But the thing is, you got to keep doing it. You can't stop. You can't get discouraged. And the thing is, what's going to keep you going? I can't say enough about my mentor, Dave Ranica. He has taught me so much. What's going to keep you going is you need to have a mentor, okay? You've got to have somebody that's pouring value into you. You've got to have somebody that is encouraging you, someone that's supporting you, someone that's giving you tips, tools, and strategies of how to become a better marketer. You've got to have a mentor. The other thing that you need to have to keep you going so you don't quit, you've got to be connected to a community of people that are like-minded. And I know we don't like to always use that word, but people that are thinking on the same wavelength, wave pattern that you are thinking on, meaning they're positive, they're not negative. You're going to receive encouragement, you're going to receive support, and you're going to receive such great training from one another. You've got to connect to a community. Now, I am connected to a phenomenal community. And if you're interested in doing that, I encourage you to go on Facebook and look up the 24-hour marketing marketing mastermind. Okay, the 24-hour marketing mastermind, and just look it up on Facebook. And that is a community of people. There's some things that they will let you know, because we also do a Saturday night workshop that is, I can't even tell you the value that you receive from the Saturday night workshop that Dave does, Dave and Katie, and there's others. Actually, the Saturday night, we're all on the Saturday night workshop, because that's where we can say, okay, you know what? I'm struggling. I'm not getting any likes, comments, and shares on my video. What should I do? And everybody is able to input and say, oh, Jackie, try this, try that. This is what I had to do. I experienced the same exact thing when I first started, but this is what you can do on that Saturday night workshop. It is absolutely fantastic. The reason why I'm doing this now is because the training and the input and the support that I received from my community and mentor. So check that out on Facebook, the 24-hour marketing mastermind. And also, that will also give you the instructions of how you get in to the Saturday night workshop. There's something you have to do in order to get into the Saturday night workshop. So I encourage you to do that. But please, please, please don't quit. Keep going. You will get results if you don't quit. And the thing is, you learn by doing. You learn by doing. So that's how you become a video ninja. That is how you become a video ninja. You do the tips and strategies that I've shared with you on today. You want to make a sandwich, okay? You want to make a sandwich. You want to get that bottom piece of bread going. Okay, with your interruptions, you want to ask that question. You know, you want to tap into the pain. You want to tell them what they're going to learn, and you know, that's what you want to do. You want to get that filling done. You want to get your story together, that you can tell very quickly. Tell your story, tell your successes, and then give that dip in your story, to give your lows, even though I have this right now, it wasn't always like that. Okay, so you want to tell your story, and then your lesson. You want to keep it simple. You don't want to give too many points. People will lose focus and they don't remember. So you want to keep it simple. Give your lesson, and give that feeling, and then you want to put your top bread on. Okay, your call to action. You want to lead people somewhere. You want to tell them to do something. Okay, go here, do here, connect with me here, check me out here, that kind of thing. You want to give that call to action. You want to wrap it up by giving your closing. Tell them who you are again, where they can find you, that kind of thing. These things are important. And most of all, don't quit. When the what ifs come in, what if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't go right? Whatever, do not quit. Just keep on going, and you will become a video ninja. So go out and crush it, guys. Go out and crush it and do videos. I'm going to come out of my PowerPoint here, and let me see if I can get back to this over here. No, let's see, where am I? I'm learning. I have to come out of the share. And guess what? Okay. Like I said, I'm learning, and I almost don't know how to come out of the share. How about that? Okay, there I am. I'm learning as I go. So that's something actually that I will bring up in my Saturday night workshop with my crew. I call it my crew, my community. How do you get out of a screen share when you're doing a live hangout? I didn't really know where to go, so I kind of just hit some buttons, and hopefully it turned out okay, and I showed back up. I hope that you have gotten some value out of today. I hope that you have gotten some value out of today. You have learned. I can't believe it. Wow. Okay. All right, I'm good time. I'm good time. I had no idea what time it was when I was doing the PowerPoint, but I hope that you have gotten some value on today. And I want to really encourage you. I really want to encourage you to check us out. Come over to the 24-hour marketing mastermind, okay, on Facebook, and check out that group. There's, just see what's there. Also, find out what the instructions are as far as how you get into the Saturday night workshop. I'm telling you, it's just absolutely valuable. It's absolutely valuable, but you will learn so much. And I really encourage you to connect with us, connect with a mentor, connect with the community. If it's not this community, then make sure you have a really good mentor that's encouraging you and supporting you. And you also have a really good community that's supporting you and encouraging you. See, I have a great community. They're on with me now, okay? There are some of them that are on with me now, and that is so encouraging to know that your community is there to pat you on the back, to push you along, keep on going. You can do it. You can make it. That is so, so important in online marketing. So I hope that this is something that you're going to be able to utilize. You're going to be able to even implement. You're learning, you're doing. I hope that's your next step that you will do. You will venture out and you will do your own video. You will do a regular video or a Facebook Live video, and then you'll teach somebody else. Pass it on. That's what I always tell my church. Hey, you learned something today, pass it on. So I'm going to tell you that today. Pass it on. If you got some value out of this, pass it on. And I want to encourage you to connect with me. Okay, I want you to connect with me. Connect with me on Facebook. My fan page is Pastor Jacki, the Network Marketer, and Jacki is spelled Jacki. Okay, Jacki. Connect with me on Pastor Jacki, the Network Marketer. And also my blog is up. Like I said, I'm new and I'm putting these things in place. My blog is up. You can reach out to me on pastorjacki.com. Yes, pastorjacki.com. And so I would love to be able to share with you. You see, I'm learning these new platforms. I'm learning these new marketing strategies. Okay. And I'd love to share with you some of the strategies that I'm learning, also to connect you with the system that I'm learning of how to become a better marketer. You see, you got to have the right system. You got to have the right tools in order to really succeed in online marketing. So I'd love to share that system with you and how you can get connected. So reach out to me, connect with me. And once again, I am Pastor Jacki, the Network Marketer, and you are on the Pastor Jacki Show, and this is Lunchtime Marketing. And so I'm here every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on the Hangout, and I have some value. I bring on guests, okay, that just give you, oh my goodness, bucket loads of value on the show. Please check out the replays on the YouTube channel, Pastor Jacki's Show, and see the replays. There's just so much value that is given. And so that's my mission, to give you value and to teach you what I'm learning. Like I said, I'm a newbie. I'm new at this, but I'm coming along, and it's because I'm putting the right things in place. So thanks so much. Time is just about up. Thank you so much for being a part marketing on the Pastor Jacki Show. I really appreciate everyone who tuned in on today. And like I said, I'll be here on next week, same time, same place. Thanks for joining. This is Pastor Jacki, the Network Marketer from pastorjacki.com. Have a great day.